line. What a fucking song. What a fucking band. If you've not heard that song before, you have my blessing to stop this video immediately and go and listen to it. It's Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls, one of my all-time favourite bands. And the best part is, it's not even their best song. But I digress. I don't want the world to see me because I don't think they'd understand. That line is just a universally resonant lyric, isn't it? And this is just a thought, but I'm going to be brave and I'm going to speak for everyone here when I say I think we've all felt that way at some point in our lives, or we're currently feeling that way, if not about our whole life, about ourselves, maybe an aspect of ourselves, you know, that we're hiding, we're afraid to share with the world because we don't think they would understand. And to be honest, probably wouldn't be wrong. And just because we're not wrong about the world not understanding us, I say fuck it, do it anyway. You know, take off your mask, step out of the shadows, show your colours. You know, the world needs your colours. And as the second half of the chorus goes, I just want you to know who I am. Well, people aren't going to know who you are unless you show them. And I know that's easier said than done. You know, it's scary to put ourselves out there and you know, make ourselves vulnerable. I know that just as much as the next person. You know, these videos are just as much for me as they are for you guys. You know, it's almost like a diary of sorts. Do you remember that advert, Be More Dog? I think it was for a phone company. It was way back when, but anyway, I think we should be more cow. Like those guys. Those guys. There they are. You know, cows don't give a shit. Well, they do. They give pretty big shits. But you know what I mean.
And you can't fight the tears that ain't coming, all the moment of truth in your lies, when everything feels like the movies. Yeah, you bleed just to know you're alive.
Most of the time, what's most personal is most universal. Oftentimes we think we're the only ones feeling a certain way about a certain thing, but when we put it out there, we share, we often find it's a universal feeling, a universal problem, or a universal solution. Now, the fear of rejection is deeply rooted in our evolutionary biology. Way back when we were in tribes and we really depended on each other for our survival, if you were rejected by the tribe, you were ejected from the tribe, which meant certain death way back when. But it's 2025, baby. No, what's the worst that can happen these days? You get cancelled. I mean, just lose the mask, show your colours, be brave. I know what you might be thinking. If I start talking about veganism and some spiritual woo-woo shit or whatever, you know, people are going to think that you're weird. But I mean, newsflash, you probably are weird. But that's not a bad thing, you know. It's not necessarily a bad thing at all. I think it's a strength in this day and age. The world needs flavour. The world needs your flavour. And I'm talking to myself here as well. You know, be the paprika, be the ghost chili, you know, be the pineapple on somebody's pizza. Oh, you know you'll piss some people off if you're the pineapple on the pizza. But some people will fucking love you. And it won't be a surprise to you to probably learn that I'm a pineapple on a pizza kind of guy. And I mean that literally. I do love pineapple on pizza. I have a friend. She's a lot closer than she looks on camera. Might go and say hi in a minute. And you know, if you really struggle with putting yourself out there, just start small. Start where you're at. You know, maybe even start with the pineapple on the pizza. Next time you're at a party or a gathering or a family barbecue or wherever, and somebody asks about who loves pineapple on pizza, you know, whether you do or you don't, whether you love it or despise it, you know, you be the first one to speak up and say, you know, I fucking hate pineapple on pizza, or I fucking love pineapple on pizza. No, start there, something low stakes. Or the next time you're ordering takeaway and your significant other or your mom or your dad or brother or whatever asks you what you want, instead of saying I don't mind whatever you want, you know, pick something, you know, pick something you want, something you like. Start disagreeing on small things, and not disagreeing for the sake of being a contrarian, but from a place of authenticity. So start with small things like food, like movies and the like, or music even. Something that's low to medium stakes, and then work your way up.
And I'd give up forever to touch you, 'cause I know that you feel me somehow. You're the closest to heaven that I'll ever be, and I don't wanna go home right now.
I've made a friend. So, how do we overcome our fear of being seen? Well, be more careful, starters. Now, we've got to start where we're at with what we've got. We have to find the perimeter of our comfort zone and just push at those boundaries. I had to build up to recording and posting these videos. Now this is way out of my comfort zone, putting myself out there, putting my face out there like this. But maybe you can't relate to that person I just described, that introverted wallflower, and it wouldn't say boo to a ghost. So you might be thinking to yourself, I don't wear a mask. Maybe you're not as stifled as the introverted wallflower. Maybe you're not introverted at all. Maybe you're extrovert. Or you might be a badass boss bitch who has absolutely no problem putting themselves out there, or setting boundaries, or putting people in their place. But at heart, that same girl might be a whimsical songstress who loves nothing more than belting out 80s power ballads in the shower, because that's the only place she feels safe to showcase her voice. And maybe she's even written a few songs that she'd love to record and put out there into the world, but she's afraid of people seeing that vulnerable side of her, afraid of people seeing her vulnerability. And that's not to say those two people can't exist simultaneously. They absolutely can, but it's about the masks. It's about the masks and dropping the masks. But it's perfectly normal for people to be multifaceted, you know, and have different sides to them. I mean, if you're anything like me, I've got more sides and colours than a fucking Rubik's Cube. I'm a typical Gemini in that respect. And you might not be able to relate to either of those two examples that I just gave, the introverted wallflower or the extroverted boss bitch. But my point is we're all on the spectrum somewhere, most of us in the middle of those two. But we just need to start where we're at with what we have and just test the boundaries of our comfort zones and just push out those parameters little by little. You know, if you did want to start a YouTube channel but you didn't put your face out there like me, your version of pushing your comfort zone boundaries might be to create a faceless channel where you just have your voice over a video. Some of my favourite YouTube channels are faceless YouTube channels. There's this one channel I follow called INFJ Chess, and it's about INFJs, and it's about a woman who just talks about INFJs whilst the camera is trained on a chessboard, and she just plays a game of chess whilst talking over the top. And that's a faceless channel that I really enjoy, and that's one of my favourite channels at the moment that I really enjoy. Or if you are a singer and you want to put your voice out there, you don't have to put your face out there too. I mean, your version of pushing your comfort zone might look like just recording your voice and putting that out on a YouTube channel, maybe doing some cover versions, or even there's apps now where you can record your singing voice and submit your voice anonymously, and other people who use the app will rate your voice, so you can get feedback on your voice anonymously. So that might be a way of putting yourself out there in a way that's not too scary but is still out of your comfort zone. Same with the faceless YouTube channel. Putting your voice out there might be the next step for you, and then after that you might be able to put your face out there too. I actually really like that Rubik's Cube analogy, so I'm going to run with it. I think humans are a lot like Rubik's Cubes. You know, we're puzzles. We're complex, multifaceted, multicoloured, multi-sided puzzles. And we're often puzzles to ourselves. You know, we all do things we don't understand why we did them. You know, we all have our beliefs and our own idiosyncrasies that we don't understand. And I think we're all our own Rubik's Cubes that we need to solve. And to be honest, I think it's a lifelong process. It's a lifelong journey in trying to solve our own unique Rubik's Cubes. And some people, I don't think, ever will. At least not in this lifetime. Maybe we have a few sides complete, then we have to come back, complete the other sides, and who knows, in the process of completing those other sides, you mess up the sides you've already completed. A bit like a normal Rubik's Cube, where you might have one side figured out, but in trying to get the other colours lined, you have to unalign the other side you've already completed, which is massively frustrating. I don't think I've ever completed a Rubik's Cube, but I think that's a really interesting way of looking at ourselves as a Rubik's Cube puzzle, and trying to work ourselves out is a infinitely frustrating and seemingly impossible task. But hey, what else you can do? And when you put yourself out there, it's going to have benefits to your life that you won't yet be able to realise or understand, because when people see you for who you are, or see more of you, you're going to become a magnet, and magnets have two polarities. You're going to attract what resonates, and you're going to repel what doesn't, which means the people who should be in your life will be, and the people who shouldn't be in your life won't be. I mean, it's not an exact science, but I think you get what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is you'll attract more of the right kind of people, places, opportunities that are meant for you at that particular time in your life, and you'll repel the kind of people, places and opportunities that are not meant for you. Again, it's not an exact science. It's what you would call the law of attraction, or the law of resonance, as in like attracts like. But I'm not going to go too deep with that. That's not what this video is about, but it gives you a bit of an insight into what to expect when you start showing your colours. This is just a thought, but next time you're feeling that fear, you can do one of two things: forget everything and run, or forget everything and rise.
And I don't